brought like about a dozen reels.
Yeah, short, plain short.
Like I'm short about another dozen. Oh yeah, be careful, Daddy. Okay.
Don't venture into that grass. Sometimes there might be snakes. I've never seen one, but I'd rather be precautious.
Yeah, don't go through there. You don't know what might be in.
Gotta bite, gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I got a line. I'ma call the whole team.
It's a type of fish for bait.
Oh, okay.
Just, don't really have to cast out far here because this is pretty much the main channel that comes in right here. But also too, this T-junction right here, fish are coming in at all ways, and you don't even have to cast far to see them too. So.
Okay.
And I got some leaders if y'all don't have any or whatever too. So.
Well, you know, we got the little. We use the little, you know, $1 Walmart specials.
Here's this. You can put these on. It's got 2 hooks. So you can put 2 different type of baits, and it's what we call a pompano leader. And
oh yeah.
Should increase y'all's chances. There's another one to put on.
Really?
Both. Yeah.
Around here?
Oh yeah. See, it doesn't just work on pompano. It catches reds, drum, trout,
Whatever, huh?
Whatever. If you put the right bait that they want, they will hook up.
Sweet. Yeah, we were checking out your stuff over there at Causeway. We went to your little section that you have.
That and the bait shop had shrimp.
Oh, gee. Man, you have to put them in a...
Oh, that's going on the grill. I got some extra shrimp just to cut up. But yeah.
So you had to put that one in a sleeper hold before you put it in that bag.
Right. And these are the man-hating that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Grab that bag, Daddy. You're right there. Grab that little bag.
That's something I've been wanting to do, put the bait elastic on basically a shark bait. Might get lucky and hook one here, but I think we'll have better chances of hooking a bull red.
You making a video?
Yep. Any opportunity to make a video, you gotta do it. Somebody knew I was coming. But I'm gonna use it. hitting on.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then once you figure what they're hitting on, then you move that bait over to the other rods, and that's how you increase your catch log. What I'm doing is testing a different depths on the way out, just trying to figure where they're at too.
Here, what kind of weight do you recommend?
1 ounce, 2 ounce, whatever you want to throw. There's not really a lot of current, so you don't have to worry about throwing heavy or anything. You just got to throw enough so you can move your bait out there.
I was using, that's what I was using over there.
Be all right. Yeah, I got underwater footage from this spot where they were running right up against the bank, like 10 feet out. When it lands, you don't have to stop it right there because it's still got to sink. If you stop it, you're going to tighten up the line and it's going to come back toward you. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put it on the fishing rods because they're getting hit already. Which is good, that's what we want. See that one on the right? Yeah, just leave it right there. Wow, they're done chewed it up. That was fast. That was real quick. But it's still leaving a bait on there, so I'm going to use it right there. Liking it. Like it. Might have to throw a heavier weight. You see how my lines are kind of tight out there? It gives me an idea if there's fish messing with it, but see how real loose y'all are? You can't tell if anything's going on. You're taking a wild guess. So move it up to a 2 and keep testing it so you can keep that line straight. But what they also
So
do
the
too,
line, so because of the 1 ounce, it's carrying the 1 ounce off.
it's not, the 1 ounces ain't getting enough grip on it.
Oh,
To
okay.
keep the line in place. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would figure if it was taking the 1 ounce, that it would tighten up the line, because like it's taking it.
Yeah, yeah, but also too, the line's heavy and it's not letting the 1 ounce set, so it's staying real slack.
Oh, gotcha. Because yeah, then the 1 ounce just moves in instead of staying right where it's at. Also got these 3 ounces. I think that's overkill.
No, 3 ounce should be fine. Yeah, I just figured, you know, if you had a kilo to go with that. Like I'm throwing 3s and 4s on these too, you know.
Okay.
Like I said, you really don't need a lot of weight. You just need something to hold the weight of the line too. You know what I mean? The weight of the line with water still puts pressure on it. So doesn't seem like much. You're on your other line. You're on your other line. See those little ripples right past you where your weight line is?
Oh yeah, I see them all.
That's a school of fish moving through. Little things like that, you're out fishing. It helps you understand what's going on out there. And stuff like that.
Yeah, because you could end up casting in a completely wrong direction and not realize what you're doing.
Yep. All right, let me show my subs real quick. What I was showing y'all. All right, guys. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Okay, so like right there, you see normal waves, but right in there is a thin line, and it's not really thin, but it's thin on the camera. But you can see those smaller ripples. That's actually a school of fish that's moving through. I'm sorry, trying to look at the camera and point at the same time. It's moving through right there. So just like he was saying, you know, when you're out there fishing, you got to pay attention to what's happening on the surface too, because if the fish are all right here moving through, that means bait fish are moving through, big fish are following them, and you're throwing over here where there's nothing, then you know you ain't gonna catch anything. So right now I've got my 4 lines. I'm gonna zoom out real quick. Got one right here, one right there, one way over there across the channel, and then one over here. So let's see, we're gonna see what ends up happening, guys. Show y'all real important lesson. Gotta have it dragged loose. The big fish takes it. Just take off into real hard lesson. Well, not hard lesson. Hard lesson when you see a rod go away. So what you gotta do, you gotta back up and drag. Yeah, good. Like blue, too. See, like mine, even though they're a lot heavier. Huh?
Comes out.
It does, I can hear it.
Mine.
Oh yeah. See, most spinning reels aren't made with a loud drag like ours are.
Yeah.
You like beef jerky, brother? Huh? You have to remember when you go to real lingo that your spool ain't spinning at the same time. So we keep it loose. So when you go to start punching here, see how the spool is spinning? You don't want that. Never like that. Because if this is spinning, you break, twist, and a lot. Oh, you're not doing it. Now, just like that one. At least you like beef jerky, Mama?
Yeah.
Spicy hot, but it's not really hot.
Can I still do that because?
Well, we're trying to keep it on the rods, so that way when the fish take off, we can catch that money shot.
Right.
Now, if I start walking that way fighting the fish, then yes, you can follow me.
I'm not going to drink for all these ones.
Mm-hmm. Well, you might want to listen to your older sister.
Is that other side just as hard to get to?
Huh?
Oh, you know what? I don't even see vehicles in there.
Yeah, that side, you can get through there, but there's a berm that's way over there, and coming across it is tricky. If you don't do it right, you can tear out your axle. I've fished that point a couple of times, but they closed off a lot of it. And then two, people take their trucks, big 4x4s, they'll go over that berm there and go into those back areas over there too. So.
And they're allowed to do that? Like, that's cool.
There's nothing up that says you can't. There's no private property deals, but I mean, it is kind of private property. That's the family that owns this whole area all the way out.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, is that cool too?
I mean, they want the area to stay open to, you know, the public. That's why they donated the use of it. They didn't donate the sale of it. And that's why all that trouble's happening for everybody involved.
Well, it's like if you own that land, you'd have to understand that people are going to be use it.
Well,
right?
because they allow it. If they didn't want nobody
yeah.
to use it, they would have fenced up, you know, they would have fencing and everything around it kind of
Okay.
deal.
Yeah.
But they also hooked the county up with the use of that land or whatever to, you know, for public use because they own the property. They don't want nothing. They just want people to be able to go out there and enjoy it. Look, that one just got bumped. Yeah, I might switch off to those smaller reels. I'm getting a lot of good hits, but I'm using real big hooks on them. On the same note, I started casting like that because I noticed there was no boat traffic. However, as the boat traffic started to increase, I decided to change up my tactics. Because one, I wanted to ensure that they had enough room to get around my lines. And two, you know, I definitely don't want to see a boat get propped out, you know, because I'm not allowing an area for them to cross through safely. So, out of respect for them, I started adjusting my cast. But as of right now, there is no boat traffic, so I was taking advantage of the situation right there. But when boats started to come through, I had to change my tactics. Right here is a proper example of boat fishing etiquette right there. They saw us at the point fishing right there, and they turned in quickly to get into the channel. So, like I said, it goes both ways. There's boat traffic, and then there's land-based fishing. And if both of them take respect to one another, it really does go a long way, and everybody can enjoy their fishing without anybody losing any money in lost tackle or lost, you know, motor functions. Because the deal with the braid that we're using, if we allowed it to run and or, you know, it gets caught up in the prop and it ruins that seal down there, it could be very costly for the boat owner. So for us, we try our best not to allow that to happen, but at the same time too, there's just some boat owners out there that do not pay attention and or care that people are fishing on the bank, and they'll come yards off the bank just because they can get into that shallow water. And instead of, you know, taking heed to, hey, there's fishermen out there too, and they just don't want to share the waterway, which isn't cool. Yeah, I like this spot because you get some of the breeze, but not all that wind that y'all were probably feeling when you were on the jetty.
Yeah, it was kind of a non-stop.
If we had more time, I would have said, let's go out to goose. So those big old black drums. Ones that are like this. About an hour to get there, about an hour to set up. You know, so in Rockport.
That's what it's called, or it's got a longer name?
Goose Island State Park.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, you know, we do spring fishing Friday night, but usually on Saturday, usually Saturday morning. Me and Gina are big into watching the fish.
Yeah.
We try to watch, like, you know, afternoon or whatever. In the mornings, oh yeah, like, we're up 5:30 this morning, and, you know, we'll go head out whenever. So, I mean, if you ever want to, whatever, just let us know, and on a Saturday, we'll say, okay, we'll meet you here, whatever, you know, however early you want to meet.
This one's got that bigger hook on it. So. But I don't want to take off the fish bite when it's halfway through. So I'll just take my chances, waste it out, and then I'll switch leaders when they don't have no more bait on it. Yeah, all of them got circle hooks. But also too, the circle hook's this big compared to the littler ones that we use. Throw your trash in back in the bag, Papa.
Right there?
No, back in the brown bag. What I'm doing here is I'm using my pompano rig. Got pieces of fish bite, got crab on the bottom and shrimp on top. And I'm using the bait elastic on my shrimp there to help it last. I was throwing the fish bites by themselves out there, but they don't seem to be by themselves. So I noticed